It's time to share some terrific ideas with you that are wonderful home crafts. Take a look at these rag dolls. Do they look tough? Well, we're going to show you how to make them very simply. And how about this season that's coming up, one of weddings and graduations and baby showers too? We're going to show you how to make simple, affordable favors. And for the bride-to-be, how about making your own headpiece for a lot less than you could buy it? All these ideas coming up next.
Watching WTAE-TV in Pittsburgh.
I said I'm so close, I'm sitting in this lady's lap. We have, what's your name?
Margaret Holonishin.
Margaret. Margaret and I are getting ready because we have a packed audience today, and we are ready to do... What? What are you here for? Crafts. Maybe we'll put Margaret to work, and we're certainly hoping that we'll give Margaret and you at home lots of great ideas. Wait till you see the stuff we found. Good morning, I'm Ann Devlin. That's what Pittsburgh's talking about right here on WTAE-TV. Let's all look positive, okay? Because the first thing this dear woman just said to me is, oh geez, I am so nervous. Please welcome. They have done craft shows before and they have survived. Good. They've lived to tell about it. Some are even waiting in the wings to come back, okay? Good. You're going to be fine. Good. And your ideas are great. Please welcome Teresa Cluse, who is the manager of Fabrics with Flair, located on Brownsville Road in Brentwood. They look wonderful. All right. I can't even roll up my sleeves because I've got short sleeves on today just to help. So, first thing we're going to do this morning is, maybe you could tell us what these are.
Rag dolls.
Aren't these cute? Can we show an array of these so that you get an idea of what we're working on? Look at these. Now, are you familiar with mop dolls? Many of you probably are. You've seen them in the stores. A lot of people have them in their kitchens, in their living rooms. Well, these are kind of a variation on a theme, and these go back to the old concept of making dolls out of rag dolls. Look at that bride. Oh, she's so pretty. Now, I mean, does this go back historically to what rag dolls were in history?
I don't exactly know the history of the rag doll, but it is the same concept that they used to do many, many years ago.
Great. What do we need to get started?
Very easy to do. You need, first of all, you need 1.25 yards of fabric, 45-inch wide fabric. Mm-hmm. It's best to use all cotton.
Right.
You need a styrofoam ball. I use a 2.5-inch. And
that will form the head.
This forms the head. And then you need whatever you want to decorate it with. Basically, that makes the basic doll. Mm-hmm. And then you decorate it as you choose.
Okay.
Okay. So first of all, you take your fabric.
Take the fabric.
Okay, and you cut it on the fold. You want to cut it all the way across the fold, every inch or so. Okay, you can cut it or you can rip it. We just nip it and then we just tear it.
Do we like this or what? Yes.
And then we just tear it into strips.
Even I could do that, because see, I can't cut straight, but even I could rip.
What I like to do with the fabric, if it has printing on the outside edges, the selvage edges, I like to cut that off after the strips are cut. Okay, I already have this one done. This is already torn into all the strips. What you want to do is you want to take 9 of those strips and cut those in half.
Okay.
And tie those together for the arms.
Okay, first off, we want to bind this in the middle, right? And
right.
Did you do that with just another strip,
just
right?
Another piece of the strip.
Just knotted it?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like this. Now it looks like a mop, doesn't it? Yeah. You're getting the concept. So we bind that in the middle, and then we tear off...
The 9 strips you put aside, you cut in half and tie those on each end. You can braid those before you tie them, or however you like the arms to be, but this actually makes the arms of a doll.
Okay.
Okay. You take the styrofoam ball, and you put it around here, and you just fold it around until you get it nice and flat.
Okay.
Okay. You want to put the knot of the center towards the back of the ball to make the back of the head.
Okay.
Okay. Take another piece of your scrap fabric. You want to tie that?
And just tie?
Mm-hmm. Tie it in a knot.
Why are you laughing? I get no credit here. None at all. Y'all have been here for the first time. You don't know if I can tie a knot or not. Now look, aren't you impressed? That's right.
I just cut
Tough
this off.
audience. Tough audience.
Okay. So now, basically, there's the most of your doll. What you do is you just take it in half, divide your strips approximately in half.
Right.
I'll do it this way so they can see what I'm doing. And then you want to lay your arms in.
Okay.
Okay, and then fold it back over.
Oh, this is so cute.
Take another one of your strips,
Got it.
and you want to tie the body.
Not a word. Not a word. Where do we tie the body? Around the waist?
Yeah, around the waist.
As we define the waist, we'd make it like me, we'd make it very short-waisted. She'd have a figure control problem from the get-go. Okay.
Okay, so you've got your basic doll.
Looks like an angel.
Okay, and now you just decorate her as you choose. What I've brought here to decorate her with are some ribbons. Okay, and I tied these examples in threes. I used 3 pieces of ribbon. You can use one.
Let's hold these up over here so we can see. This is that tiny, pretty, very thin
1/8 inch
ribbon.
wide ribbon.
1/8 inch wide ribbon. Okay.
You can use any kind of ribbon that you like if you want wider ribbon
Great.
or whatever. Okay, and I just tie these, you know, basically into a shoestring type of a knot.
Got it.
Okay.
You're doing very well. Look, she's kind of laughing because now she realizes she's got some steam under her now. Things are going well.
Okay, and just trim off the ends, and then you can decorate her as you choose.
Okay.
You can decorate these using hot glue, or you can use.
That just go on your foot.
Yeah.
Do you have 3rd-degree burns on your foot? You've got glue going down to your pants. Is that all right? Are you okay?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
good.
this is a low temp glue gun. You
Okay.
can use hot glue, or you can use fabric glue. You know, whatever you like to work with.
This is going to be so
It all works.
cute.
Okay. And I'm just randomly sticking the bows.
This is such a clever idea because mop dolls are real prevalent, but I think this is kind of a neat variation.
And you can use any kind of fabric. You can use prints, you can use solids. We've done several variations to use as examples. It's stuck to my thumb.
Stuck to your thumb. The other day I was gluing on pearls that actually fell out of these earrings because I dropped an earring on the floor. Not real pearls, come on, I mean they're fake, right? I dropped an earring on the floor, 2 of them fell out, so we had super glue. Hairdresser Eileen had super glue, so I started super gluing. But you know, you need almost like tweezers to put these things back on. I stuck one upside down, and then I stuck the whole earring under my finger. And finally her husband was here and I said, this is a manly duty. Could you please do this? Men do very well with super glue. I don't.
Okay, what I'm using to further decorate the doll is the small ribbon roses. And I'm just cutting them off of the stems.
Oh, that's
and gluing
cute.
it to
Look
the
at
center.
this. You buy these in craft stores. I've seen these. Little bouquets of the ribbon roses. And look, you just put them right down there in the center. Can we get a shot of that, Tim? There you go. Let me hold this up and I'll turn it around for you. There we go. Where she stuck one right smack in the center. Okay.
Okay. You can do that as much as you like, as many as you want to decorate.
Okay, and from there, what do we do?
Okay. You can add hair if you'd like. What we've done on Annie here, we named all of her dolls.
After me?
Well, she has curlier hair than you.
Not this morning. Not this morning.
But we did use.
This is the hair I get in trouble for because it's so curly.
We used curly hair on her, and you just glue it around. Okay, for this one, I'm not going to decorate her head.
Okay.
Okay, but I did bring a hat to decorate.
Cute.
To use as an example.
And you can buy those hats, and you just glue on the hat.
And just glue on the hat. Okay.
And there you got your rag doll.
And that's it.
That is terrific. Now let's come over here and how about if Tim, should we just turn these around? How's that? Okay, here we go. Look at that Betsy Ross sitting right there with a flag.
For her hair, I used Spanish moss. And I just glued on a clump of Spanish moss and kind of arranged it a bob style.
What a great, since patriotism is running so high, what a great gift this would be, and what a great centerpiece for Memorial Day or the 4th of July on a buffet table.
Her hat is also just a doily.
A doily, and you wove the ribbons through.
Put the ribbons through.
And then this one's Annie. This is Betsy, right? Here comes Annie.
This is Annie. Her hat is not attached. We just didn't know what to do with her arm this morning, so we put her hat on.
Okay. And how about if we come around here and I'll pick up this one to come down, because for those of you who might have weddings coming up in the family, is this adorable? For a shower centerpiece for a buffet table. So this is the same concept, right?
Same doll. What we did was we just glued over a piece of lace to make her gown. Glued the lace on and glued it across the top to make her sleeves.
And in this case, you did
We
braid
braided the
her
arms.
arms.
Yes.
And you've got a little string of pearls around her neck and a little bouquet with little sparklies and little sparklies on her veil. That is an adorable
ribbons at the
idea.
bottom, ribbon at the back of her dress.
Beautiful.
You can also make these into boys, if I can just trade you places. This is a little boy doll. He was sitting in his chair with his legs crossed. But
We'll hold
basically,
him up
it's the
to
same
this
way.
camera. Let's hold him up here. With his little bandana strips, right?
Right.
He's cute.
So they're not always just for girls. They can also be used for boys, too.
Adorable. All right, we're going to take a break. Let's give Teresa a big round of applause for surviving round one. You did a great job. And now, Tim, can we get a shot? I want you to take a look. This will tell you what's coming up next. Take a look at Teresa's shirt here. See how it's decorated with these cute flowers? Well, coming up next, we're going to tell you how you can make this shirt and lots of other ideas with the same material, including a party favor. Don't go away. We're coming right back. Crafts on Pittsburgh Something. Now she's a crafts veteran, and Teresa Cluse is back joining us for our second segment, where we are going to work with a new material called what?
Honeycomb fabric strips.
Now, she tried to explain it to me on the phone. I still didn't get it. So let's explain and let's show what this is.
Okay. What this actually is a piece of non-woven polyester. It's totally washable, doesn't fray when you cut it. It can be glued on, it can be painted, it can be stiffened.
Two colors.
A lot of different, variations that you can do with it.
Okay, let's get started. We're first going to do your shirt, right?
Right.
Okay.
Okay. For the shirt, you take a piece of the strip. This comes in 4, 6, 8, and 10-inch lengths. Okay. And what we do is just cut it off in about 3/8 of an inch, just a small piece.
Okay.
Okay. We also use the fabric glue strips.
Okay.
Okay. This is a paper-backed piece of glue. We just stick it on.
All right, you're going to hold it up to this camera so we can see that. So it looks like a Band-Aid, right?
Right.
And you put it on the back of that tiny little strip. Now what?
Okay, you peel the paper off then, and the glue stays on.
Oh, no kidding.
Okay.
How is that ingenious?
Okay, you can kind of see the glue a little
Right.
bit. Put the two pieces together. Okay, and it kind of forms its flower.
Can you tell I love craft shows? I think this is so much fun. Yes.
Put some glue in the center of the flower. Again, you can use hot glue or you can use fabric glue.
Okay.
However you want to work with. And that's it. And then you just decorate your shirt.
Do these guys stay on through washing after washing?
Yes.
Do I sound like a commercial?
Okay, I've got several already done, so I just quickly do a shirt.
How much are the fabric
Start at
strips?
89 cents. And they go up to $2.29.
89 cents, and you'd be able to cut out how many flowers?
You can probably do at least a shirt for an 89-cent strip if you want all one color.
So a t-shirt and 89 cents.
They come in 2 colors or they come all white.
And then you decorate some of these flowers, correct?
Right. Mm-hmm. What I did with mine is I put pearls in the centers. This one I decorated using some of the fabric paints as a decoration.
Glittery? Oh, this audience likes sparkly things, I can tell. There you go.
Okay. This one I used just a little painted accents, some leaves and stems on it.
This is such a clever idea. We have done gluing on silk flowers before, but this really is new.
What I thought I would do with the ones here today is put a rhinestone in the center. And again, I'm just putting a little bit of glue on the back of the stone and placing it in the center of the flower. Okay? And you can use any kind of stones, whatever you like, rounds or squares or whatever you like to work with.
And we can wash it, right?
Yes, it's totally
Should we
washable.
turn it inside out when we wash it?
I would recommend turning it inside out and probably line drying it for best results. It can be dried in the dryer, but for best results, I would hang it to dry.
Well, like, why try the science experiment, right?
Right.
Did it melt? Did they come off?
Okay, and I just use fabric glue or fabric paints to paint the accents.
And here's one finished product, and you're wearing it, and that looks absolutely terrific. And you do it right down the sleeves.
Right.
Very
Down both sleeves.
cute. Isn't that a great idea?
Okay,
now, with the same material.
Another thing you can do with the strips is if you take a strip and you cut it on an angle, you've got one end flat, cut the other end on an angle. Okay.
What are we looking for? You just tell me and I'll...
Okay. Take a piece of the, this is aluminum stiffener strip. And what I do is just round the edges on it so that it's not sharp.
Right.
Stick it in the last honeycomb strip.
You cut it to look like a popsicle stick, essentially.
Right. And you want it to cut it so that it's the right length. You don't want it to extend beyond the stick. So for example, I'm just going to slide the whole thing in here. Well, maybe not.
You're doing swell. Relax.
It's stuck.
We have to round the strips there, yeah. Actually looks like a piece of Venetian blind. You know those little mini blinds?
It probably is. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is just pull it through a little bit and round that so that it's not too big for the piece. Okay, and then stick it back in and you've got a favor, the beginnings of a fan favor.
Is that cute? And then you could just put a little tiny piece. Go ahead, you can applaud her. And it's nice too because you've got then the different shades of color and you can just put somebody's name right across the front.
You could put a name on the front.
Or a little bow.
What we did with a couple of them here, so we decorated some with a little piece of ribbon, a
Always
small
going to
flower.
one-up me on the ideas, right? I say put the name, look at these. And if you can tell, they're little sparklies. What do you call
The Sparkle Baby's Breath.
Sparkle Baby's Breath is what that's called. Isn't that cute? And
that one we did in a baby theme. Used a couple
look
small
at
rattles.
this. Is that a cute idea? And you can buy the baby rattles in a craft store, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pink or blue, playing it safe.
That could be an all-purpose one. You could use
This one's a little larger.
A little bit bigger. Normally I cut the fans in about a 2-inch strip. That one's probably about 3 inches, a little bit bigger. You can make them whatever size you need them to be.
And now
then we
for the
did a large one that could be used as a wall decoration or again as a table
Look at this.
arrangement.
Very pretty. And then how did you glue on the flower? Listen to me. Did I just answer my own question? So you glued on the flowers? Very clever ideas. And what is this called again?
Honeycomb fabric strips.
Honeycomb fabric strips. All right. And you can get those in any store, right? In any craft store?
I carry them at my store.
Smart business woman is what we have here.
Okay. Now this is taking the same strip and making it into a flower. And you can make, just by making a couple cuts on it and working with it a little bit, it makes it into a flower. You can use the flowers to decorate a basket.
Very cute. I'm going to swing this
I have
around.
another one down here. I forgot.
Look at this. Gotta hold this up. Is that cute? And now, same concept, right? You just pulled it around?
I just pulled it around, right.
And
this is a flower that started, this one. Okay, on the flowers you have to put a hole in it.
Okay.
With a hammer and nail. Okay, and you attach your glue strip to it. And you glue the two pieces together and then fan it out.
Very clever.
Okay.
Didn't she do a great job? Yes, she did. All right, Teresa, one more time. The store is called Fabrics with Flair, and it's located
in Brentwood on Brownsville Road near Maytide.
She did a great job. Consider yourselves a Pittsburgh's talking craft show veteran. You did very well indeed.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a break. When we come right back, I'd like to tell you that there's going to be something neat ahead too. If you have anybody going to a prom, anybody who's going to be a bridesmaid in a wedding, if you know any brides-to-be, wait till you see how you can make your own headpieces. It's coming up. Back in a moment. Have you and a loved one agreed to end your relationship recently? Are you having a difficult time getting over it? Well, we'd like to hear from you. If you'd like to be a part of our show on how to mend a broken heart, do give us a call now at 244-4447. That's 244-4447. If you're trying to recover from a broken heart, maybe we can help.
Three Rivers Youth, giving kids the help they need.
You, just in case you're at home and saying, wait a minute, this is all going too fast, we will be happy to send out the instructions for all of the crafts that we're doing this morning, and we'll have a craft sheet. We'll give you the address a couple of times a little bit later in the show. If you don't have our regular address, get a piece of paper and a pen right now. We'll give you the address in a little bit. Those of you in the audience, don't dive for your purses. We're going to give them to you before you leave. I just saw all these heads go down as they all dove for their purses. Relax. You're here. You get them before you go out the door. Please welcome Betty Lucas. Glad that you're with us, Betty. Thank you. Like a responsive audience.
Right.
That's
Excellent.
Right. Betty is the owner of the Unique Boutique, which is located at Raceway Plaza on the site of the old Heidelberg Racetrack in Heidelberg. You might have guessed that part. And Betty is going to do some ingenious things this morning that are going to save a lot of you a lot of money, and you're going to look swell too. We're going to start with making a prom headpiece. That is really fashionable for girls who are going to the prom. Right. They want a headpiece to match their dress, right?
Exactly.
And it's not tough.
No.
All right, let's get started.
Okay. First of all, I'd like to show you some of the headpieces that are already
show them
finished.
To this camera right here.
And we're going to just put this up. Perhaps we can put this on your hair.
On my hair?
Right on here.
Okay, how about there?
Is that louder?
Oh, that's a great idea.
These are very inexpensive and can be put on the back of a barrette or comb, and that's what this is all about, is the glittery, glitzy kind of thing. And this is in the purple. We found that the purple and the magenta...
The whiter they get, the more they match my hair.
Now this goes in the back.
Okay.
If you were going to have long hair and put this in the back. These are all done with just a little bit of ribbon or tooling or netting and the floral arrangement. And I'm going to make one out of it. This is called tic-tac-toe.
Okay.
And we're going to start it with just by rolling the piece.
It's kind of like a mesh.
It's an elasticized sort of thing. It's kind of stretchy.
It looks like it has tinsel woven through it. Okay.
Very pretty, and it comes in many colors, mostly the gold with the black, the emerald, the blue that you see here in the sample. There's a purple, green. There's several colors that can be just about a match. And all I'm doing after I've pinched this in the middle is folding it back and forth to form a bow or a bow-like. So you can see it's very simple. And then I'm going to take the center part and just tie it with a piece of wire. And I saw you doing this before, so I know you're very good at this.
The tying part?
The tying, I know you're excellent. Here we go. Just tie it right back there.
You know, I have to say, you know how expensive regular bows are in stores? To get to these expensive ones, you are spending a large chunk of change.
Right.
And already you've got prom dress, prom shoes, prom what else? Hair,
the
right?
tickets
Hair has to be
and so
done.
forth are alone.
Tickets, that's right.
Are sufficient. And then we're just going to clip this off.
Go to an all-girls school, you never get to go to the prom if you don't have any brothers who have boyfriends.
And this merely is glued across the top, this little floral arrangement, which gives a very attractive, and it fits right in with the black and white, both weddings and prom dresses.
That pretty?
I just don't want it to fly out at you. So you can see this can be attached to either the back of the comb or onto the... So you still have that shimmery look, and it's very inexpensive. Now all of the hair pieces that we were showing you here in this little grouping are in the neighborhood of $5 or less. So you can see it's very inexpensive.
Can you believe that?
Now if we were going to a semi-formal wedding, such as a lot of brides are wearing street-length dresses, this is the headpiece we would wear, something of this nature. And this is a headpiece. These headpieces are already made. They're prepared, so you can come in now and try on that one that is for you. Our hairpieces start anywhere from $10 up. You won't find the beads on the $10 ones, but you'll certainly find a lot of glamour and glitz. And then we go up to, I think our most expensive one is $55 for the headpiece.
Could I just let you know, for those of you who haven't gotten married recently, we married 3 years ago. We're talking hundreds of dollars for a headpiece and the veiling that goes with it. When she said the prices of these headpieces that are already made up and you get to pick it, like you bring your gown in and match it up, I was astonished. And so you have in your store an array of all of these different headpieces.
Right. And this is just taking 25 cents a yard nylon tulle, and I have approximately $1 worth, and I've just taken it into 4 pieces and gathered it by hand.
4 just strips.
With wire, and tied it off, and then this fits in the back.
Look at this, we'll come down.
Okay.
That is adorable. Actually, we got to get Mary out here, the tall, statuesque model who's going to come. We're short together, so let's bring out Mary, the giant, who's going to wear some of these. Nice to have you with us, Mary. All right, I'll step out of the way.
Okay. We'll try this one on, Mary. This is a bridal headpiece that has 2 rows of rhinestones, and these are all under $75 complete.
Wait till
now,
you
if
see
you were to
this.
go to buy this, we're talking $300. She can probably situate this better. Now, this is for someone who doesn't like a lot flowing around their arms and shoulders. And then these are actually formed so that you've got them around your face. So
Mary,
you've got a
right
little
into that
poof in the
camera,
back,
right there.
and you've got 2 lengths of veiling. You do not have a blusher with this, but there are a lot of brides that do not want to be bothered with that.
And Mary, can you show the back? Tim, can you pull out so we can see it? Now, that's the shorter length, right?
Right.
There you go. Oh, nice camera move there. Yeah. Okay.
Now let's just try this on. This is just a little different. It has a lot of pearls, and it has pearls on the veil. It's longer. Mary was rather unprepared for this part. So you can see that it has a long double veil, and this part can be used as a blusher, which goes over the front. Mary won't care.
Oh, look.
Now we're talking less than $75. We're talking for this headpiece with the pearls on the veil, we're probably talking in the neighborhood of $300. Now it's worth it for a bride to come in and put these 2 pieces together, and within 20 minutes she can have a very satisfactory headpiece. She can also see what it's going to look like on her.
Very nice idea. And then the back of these, can we show the back of these for a moment as I'm wandering around here? It's as simple as doing what?
I'm just going to show you on here.
Okay. Actually, well, I'll put this one on Mary, and then well, one more. Mary, you're doing a great job. You look like a nervous bride, I gotta say. You look very authentic. This is so pretty. There's the front, and now let's see the back. And I mean, this goes all the way out and all the way down. This is like playing dress up. Like this, Mary? Good. Okay, let's come over here.
Okay, now what we've done on the headpieces is merely take the headpiece, which has wire inside of it, and sort of hung up on this little thing here. But it's a matter of just taking the nylon net and basting or overstitching it onto the headpiece. And we're just going to make this come around here. It's very simple. This tubing actually will slide back and forth so you can distribute your veil evenly. And that's all I'm doing is just hand basting, and there's no particular procedure because this piece is going to go back over the top of the headpiece. And
she's aiming it at me.
right,
so.
I'm aiming it at you. So you can see that actually you can use this as a blusher over the top.
I love this. Let's stop the show. We'll just continue doing this.
But
Anybody else
it's
want to
very
try
light.
some
They're
on?
very light on your head, and they can be secured in the hair just by tacking combs inside. Now these are very inexpensive, as I said, as compared to what the bridal specialty shops are showing you today. So consequently, you have no big loss financially in this particular item.
And
I brought a couple of children's veils also with
That's
me
right.
to show
Suppose
you.
you're a mom and you're getting ready for First Holy Communions. I understand these are going for like $50 and up, right?
Right.
Look at this. First Holy Communion veils, make them yourself. Same concept, right? Did a
Right.
little puff in the back there, or poof, as they call it.
And this is under $5.
Is that amazing?
The lace on the edge of this particular veil is just basted in place. You cannot see the stitching and so forth, but it just adds a little extra touch.
Absolutely terrific ideas. All right, let's take a break and we'll let Betty take a breath. When we come back, we're going to do party favors for all the big events that are coming up. More party favor ideas ahead. Back in just a moment. Betty, great. This one, I know you're going to want to write in for, and you're going to want to put it away, because when there is a wedding in the family, boy, have we given you great ideas this morning. Send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to Crafts, and we'll send you all of the instructions. Pittsburgh's Talking, it's our regular address, WTAE-TV, Post Office Box Talk, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15230. 15230. Remember, our regular address, write it down once, put it away. Crafts will be the heading on this one. Don't forget to enclose a self-addressed stamped envelope. We're back with Betty Lucas, who's the owner of the Unique Boutique in Heidelberg. And Betty's second mission was to come up with party favors for showers, weddings that are coming up, because 'tis the season. And let's have you step up to the table here. And where do we start? You've got lots of great ideas.
I think we'll start with the little wedding favor, which is both practical and attractive. And we're talking about a little potpourri bag. Now, these are very practical
cute?
because they can be utilized after the bridal shower is over. You can take it home and put it in your drawer with your lingerie, or some of the younger girls like to put it away with their personal items. So we're going to take it's using a piece of the gathered lace, and this lace has a little cord going through the top of it, and it comes in many colors, and it's so simple. It's made so simple for you. When you're gluing these pieces, making a seam on the side, you merely make sure that the string is free so that you can once again draw it. Now we're going to fold this in half after it's glued.
You glued the side.
We glued the side,
Okay.
made a little side seam, and now we're going to make a bottom seam so that it makes the item secure.
Sheesh, just when I thought I'd have to sew.
Yeah. And then we have the little potpourri sack, and now what we're ready for is the potpourri itself. And you can put as much or as little as you want to in here.
Is this clever? You could even do it as favors at a dinner party.
Right. You can put candy in here too, but we're thinking in terms of, if we take the candy home, the kids rip the favor apart. And so we have nothing left. This
Spoken
way
like
we
a true mom.
we do have something left. So we're going to draw these little strings in the back. And Ann's going to do this because she's gotten to be a pro at tying.
I'm so skilled. Look at this.
And it just draws it right up and makes the
Did I
little
draw
pouch.
both? No, I drew only one. Here we go. Oh, uh-oh, crisis. I did the wrong thing.
That's all right. That's going to be, I think, going to be fine. If not, we'll take a piece of wire. We've drawn the string all the way through, and the wire. Now we'll pretend.
Y'all got me after all, didn't you?
We'll pretend that this is still here intact.
Thank you, Betty.
And we're just going to use our ever-ready glue.
As Betty picks up with this craft, let me also just tell you the funny story. I called Betty and asked her if she'd like to come do the show. And she picked up the phone. They had to transfer me to get to her. She picks up the phone and says, "Yes." And I thought, oh, she must not have known that she had so many great ideas. Finally, the next day, she confesses to me she thought I was an April Fool's joke. Because her friends play April Fool's joke using the phone year in, year out. So she didn't believe that we were on the other end of the phone. I was on the other end of the phone.
Right? Exactly.
And all the time I'm thinking, she's going to be mean to me on the air. I'm not going to get it right. She's going to start yelling at me.
We've already pre-tied the little bow there.
You're such a nice lady.
And by the way, we have literally, I would say 100 or better little favors hanging up in our store so you can get all types of ideas. And the little pearls are just merely glued in place too.
What's the total cost on this favor?
It's a little over $1, I believe, plus your potpourri or whatever you want to fill it with. But you've got something to take home. So you see, you're not just talking about the item itself. You've got something that's once again useful.
This is so cute. And then you just put on those ribbon roses.
Right. And the little ribbon roses are glued inside. You can use
so let's
as many
give
as you
them,
wish.
the glue is heating up the potpourri. It smells wonderful up here. Here's the finished product again.
Right.
Take a look.
Exactly.
There you go. And then you can put in the potpourri of your choice. Isn't that a cute idea? Very lovely. And then slide it into a lingerie drawer. Great idea.
Now, keeping in mind that party favors should be both practical and useful, we've done a shower favor using the cookie cutter. And once the shower is over, the ornament can merely be pulled free, and then you can use it as a cookie cutter.
And look, you've got the
It's an ideal thing for
umbrella.
future cookies.
Cute idea. And here you did one.
With the baby shower, with a rocking horse, and a little bear.
Aren't these great ideas? And
To give you some ideas.
and the ribbon says it's a boy. Do you have any that says it's a boy, it's a girl, it's a boy, it's a girl, just in case?
No, but there probably are some that you can use that are suitable. Good luck.
Ah, that's right. And then
This particular ornament is used the pull bow. It's 1 yard of a pull bow, and you just pull the ribbon to make your bow. And it has hand lotion inside of the baby bottle. So it's very practical and can be used by single girls, particularly like this. They have something to take back to the office.
that is such a cute idea. What, so they just snip the top of the nipple
Just
here? And
well, you can open the top up. It's not glued on. You just open the top up. And there's a little cardboard disc that I put in there so it wouldn't fall out when we were showing it.
good idea. Okay.
Now we're talking about the little booties. This is made by using ribbon, and there is a pattern that Ann has. It's cutting it on the number 40 ribbon, your 2 pieces, and we're just going to run a little blue seam down here. And by bringing the sides up and gluing them on the side, we'll end up with a very lovely, I'm not going to glue this because I'm
Okay.
afraid you're kind of pressed for time here.
You
can put a little nut cup in there with a little fertility plant.
a fertility plant?
Well, if somebody's having a baby shower, they've obviously used it.
That's right.
This is made by using, we're all very conscious of the patriotic type of thing, and there's so many things going on right now. This is using a little wooden disc on the bottom, 6 inches of ribbon rolled into a tube, and you insert your candies in a little glittery type of thing to make it represent a firecracker.
And finally, just real quickly, just want to show this.
Completely edible, all but the 6th sense is using chewing gum, Lifesavers, Hershey's Kiss, and a Starburst.
To get your choo-choo train for a child's party. Is that wonderful? Just wrapped in aluminum foil, right?
Wrapped each piece in aluminum foil, and you can glue them together, and there is a pattern to outline where they're constructed together.
Betty Lucas, owner of the Unique Boutique. You can find Betty and the store in Heidelberg. Thank you so much, Betty, for joining us this morning. Terrific ideas. We're going to take a break. One more decoration for your home still ahead. Great, great. Would you like to be part of please don't forget that. You'll break the budget if you do. To Crafts, Pittsburgh's Talking, WTAE-TV, Post Office Box Talk, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, 15230. And we are back for our final segment with a familiar face, our master gardener, and we have dubbed her with great affection our master crafter now, because what else are we going to call her? She's already a master gardener, and she's coming to do crafts. Please welcome half the green team.
Half the green team.
Jane Nugent joins us this morning, and we'll welcome her back to Pittsburgh's Talking.
Thank you. Ready to go.
And we're going, while there's a lot of stuff out here, what we're making this morning,
These are called bell pulls.
these are
Okay.
gorgeous.
I wasn't
Here, I'll hold it
Okay,
up for
good.
you.
There you go. They were used in old Victorian type homes, but they've been modified for today's use just simply as decorations. But it's a great way, because all this plant material, a good majority of it, you can grow yourself in your gardens and dry it. And
I knew gardens would fit in here somewhere.
Oh, yes.
And on the back, see how long this is here? Let me come over here. There, you can see.
You can make them any length you want, from 6 inches long
Look
to
what this is.
27 inches long. Yeah, that's just webbing that you can get at any hardware store or at a craft place. And you just cut it any length that you want. You can even use burlap if you have some old burlap, or even some of the fabric, some of the pretty fabric the gals used.
Great.
For the various dolls. All you need to do is that take the...
This is my favoritist one, and I said I would never be able to do this. It's so beautifully done. Tell them who did this.
My son, my 9-year-old.
9-year-old boy. All right, ladies? We can do this after all.
Okay, the first thing you do is just simply, if it's curled, lay it on an ironing board and just steam press it so it's nice and flat. Okay. Then what I did, so that you can weigh the ends so they'll lie flat, is to glue a piece of wood on either end. Then you take some of this particular moss. This is Spanish.
Sphagnum moss, right?
Or no, this is Spanish moss.
Spanish moss.
And we'll just glue that down there. Then it's a matter of just adding things like status, and you'd be gluing all this sort of stuff here, along the sides. Okay, then
So
after
glue that as a border.
Right, as a border, that frames it. And then you can go ahead and add your various straw flowers, your pepper berries, just whatever you happen to have on hand. And then just keep layering different things. You can have your roses that you dried from Valentine's Day. And just, add a little bit of hot glue and stick those in and just keep adding different things. And then finally, I mean, if you want to get really clever, you can take zucchini and dry zucchini. Alrighty, and then you can put, for your kitchen motif.
Where do you find the room in your house to dry the zucchini? I gotta say, Bill would be like, out of here.
Nuts, fruits and nuts left over.
You didn't answer the question.
Oh, usually my oven. Okay, then I take it out before I cook.
Okay.
If I forget, then I just have charcoal zucchini. Okay, but then you just add a little hanger, and then you're finished. You can spray with a clear acrylic spray if you like a sheen, or if you like the matte finish, just leave it as such. Same idea around baskets.
Look at the basket. Isn't that pretty?
Same idea when
We've
you're...
got stuff all stuck in here,
well,
so you can't get the full idea.
Oh, there you go. Then with the windstorms and so forth we've had, and you're doing some pruning now, get the little branches on a piece of foam, all right, from some other, decoration, glue and wire and tape the branches to the foam, and then just start with 3 or 4 inch pieces of plant material, just adding that.
Beautiful this is. Let me hold this up too.
Adding ribbon or the colors that would go with your house.
Isn't that gorgeous?
These are some things that are available that you can buy. These form, again, they're just made out of twigs. And exactly the same way, just start adding the plant material. You can add ribbon, bows, birds, anything that would match your decor. And don't forget the artificial flowers too. You don't have to use all dried natural plant material. You can even use artificial plants.
And let's come over here to this.
And this is a topiary, which are very, very popular. You can either buy the forms, the forms like this, or you can take a styrofoam ball, cover it with moss, and then just start gluing your flowers on. Nothing special. You can either use hot glue guns, cold glue, or even the Elmer's glue dipped in Elmer's. Elmer's would take a little bit longer, for it to dry. And that's all there is to it.
This perfect. Now, I'll warn you that Jane's instructions are not on the instruction sheet because she said it's so simple. I'm just going to tell them what it is. So you've just been told what it is. Okay. And the finished products look like this. And your message then is just be creative.
That's right. And you could do it in layers. If you start with this layer, then hang it up, and then as you acquire things, as you purchase different colors or different things, or things left over from other arrangements.
Or if you have the zucchini and you've left it in the refrigerator too long and it dries in the refrigerator, take it out, slice it down, and stick it right on there.
For lunch, save the seeds.
Isn't she a master crafter? Yes, she is. Thank you.